Hello everyone! Sometimes the best recipes are the simplest. These little treats are so easy with just a few ingredients, and yet they look like store-bought. Going to be the next best-selling item on my pantry. So if you want to learn how to make them, then just keep watching. Starting with our first ingredient, that's the room temperature butter. You can use semi-solid clarified butter if you like. It'll work just fine. Just make sure it is firm enough to touch. Next, we will take in the icing sugar or home ground powdered sugar, but sieve it well enough to avoid the gritty texture in the cookies after baking. Now the method I'm using here is creaming the butter and sugar. We're not using the whisk as we do not want to incorporate any air in it. This is what we are looking for. Perfect. Next, we will take the dry ingredient, that is the all-purpose flour. Be gentle and avoid over-mixing. And eventually bring it together with the help of your fingertips. Now I know I said this is a 3-ingredient recipe, but the chocolate chips are optional. You can always skip them if you like, and keep it to be a plain vanilla dough. This is the texture we are looking for. Cover it and keep it aside for later use. Next, we will prepare the chocolate dough, starting with the same quantity of room temperature butter and icing sugar. Follow the same steps as we did for the vanilla dough. Now adding the cocoa powder for that chocolate flavor. Remember to take unsweetened cocoa powder for this, but in case you do take the sweetened one, make sure to accordingly reduce the icing sugar in this recipe. What we have here is the even coloring of the chocolate. This is exactly why we are adding the cocoa powder before the other dry ingredient. Perfect. Now going ahead with adding the dry flour, we will take a lesser quantity of flour as compared to the vanilla dough. This is because we have added the cocoa powder. So you must remember to have a set ratio for the given recipe. But this would not apply if it was a whole wheat flour. Kindly check the description box below for the details of the recipe with whole wheat flour. Finally, add in the chocolate chips and bring it all together. Perfect coloring of the dough. Just what we wanted. Now prepare your workstation to roll out both the doughs. Along with using the butter paper, it is important to use very little flour as we do not want the dough to go dry. Give it a cubical shape to roll out. If you'd like, you can always give it a shape by hand. You can very well skip the rolling part. Shape it by hand, or even better, give it to the kids. And I'm sure it'll be a great fun, fine motor skills activity. Remember, we do not want to give too much pressure, as we're looking for a thick, flat dough. And taking my favorite tool, the bench scraper, we will give an even edge around the cubical shape. It's not something you have to do, but it's just the way I like how all cookies turn out to look identical. Gives it a pretty display too. Now slicing the dough into even-sized pieces, we will get 16 such cookies from this dough. These cookies feel so doable even on busiest days. And you don't even need any fancy tools or techniques for this. Just a quick mix, a few minutes in the oven, and you've got cookies ready to drizzle with chocolate. It's the kind of recipe that kids love to make, and the grown-ups would love to sneak a bite into it, I'm sure. And if you'd like to try out more such easy recipes, you can check out my ebook. Simply drop in a comment and I'll share the link. Once we are done with the vanilla dough, we can go ahead and work with the chocolate as well. The best part about this recipe is that you can easily store this prepared dough in the freezer sealed in a Ziploc bag, and it can last up to a month. But when you do bring it out for use, it must be brought into the fridge overnight and the next day onto the workstation. This gradually brings the dough at a room temperature to work with. If only I could eat them already. They look so cute and tempting, don't you think? Shaping these cookies is the most calming part for me. A gentle press, slice, and they are ready for the tray. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the little differences make each cookie unique. It's the kind of step where kids can join in too, and that's what makes baking so special. Once done, these can go into the preheated oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. But make sure to keep a watch, as every oven works differently. These don't even spread much on baking and are perfect for an event as an extra treat for the dessert table. Finally, we will drizzle some melted chocolate over the little cubes to get that extra chocolatey goodness. The chocolate drizzle is the part where kids get most excited about. It feels almost like decorating, but without any effort. Just a swirl here and there, and suddenly the cookies look like something out of a storybook. It's a feeling that makes them proud to have created something so beautiful. And honestly, the mess that it makes is so much fun. Don't you think? And some white chocolate for the vanilla ones. It just occurred to me as an idea for the next batch that I'll be making. I'd be switching the chocolate drizzle for both the cookies. That would really give it a unique look and taste as well. What do you think? Write to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stunning as they are, I'm sure they would steal the show at any dessert table, and if you'd sprinkle a few confetti over it, they'd be a perfect gifting solution too. Time to see how they've turned out. Perfectly baked on the outside with a crisp texture and just the right crumbs on the inside too. And the white dough is just as pretty with an ever so light browning on the bottom as well. Perfect moist crumbs. I'm sure your kids will love it too. So do give it a try and let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.